Shrewsbury scores! Powers lined up on the left side. Hits the pitch to Johnson. He gets outside. He's in! Mario Johnson! 2-point conversion! The Warriors are unbelievable! 22 points! 16 seconds left.
Welcome to Coach's Corner, the final show, and it's pretty cool that we have probably, other than Terry, the leading man, we'll say, sitting here right next to me. He's been on more Coach's Corner shows
some of us.
Yeah, than Billy. He's probably talked more than
Yeah.
you and Billy.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
But Lee Diamantopoulos, head coach of the Shrewsbury High School baseball team, and also, what else? You coach football, you coach basketball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a very nice article, by the way. Did you see it in the Telegram?
Yeah, I did
Had
see
a-
that.
had a,
Yeah.
article about the multiple sport coaches.
Oh, really?
What, half a dozen of them, maybe 5 or 6?
Yeah, I think
In
yeah, they did
Shrewsbury?
like
Yeah,
that.
no.
Oh, in the
all over
region.
Central Mass. Yeah, Lee
Cool.
was one of the 5 or 6 that they highlighted.
You're like an institution.
Yeah,
Sure.
it should be an institution.
I mean, okay, so 25 years ago, you were 15,
16.
16,
Yeah.
and quarterbacking the football team, and Mr. Everything on the basketball team.
Coach's Corner, you got asked to the junior prom?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. On Coach's Corner. On Coach's Corner.
Colby's recording all this
Colby,
right now.
Colby.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Colby Coffin is here
The
too.
phone rang during the show. We had a girl on that wanted to take him to the prom.
The baseball captain.
Yep.
Plays second base.
And hockey as well.
And he plays for hockey also.
Yeah.
But anyways, Colby, we're on the show. It was in the spring, so it had to have been baseball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we used to do call-ins on the show back then. And we got a call in, and somebody asked Lee to go to the prom. Did you go with it?
I don't think so.
His features are so red, he's so embarrassed.
He met her there.
I'm going with my mother.
So you could very well have been our first guest and our last.
Yeah, he could have been. He could have been the first
Yeah,
one.
because
Yeah.
it would have been football. Would have been your senior year, or junior.
I think, yeah, so, yeah, no, I don't know if it was the first show or not, but I mean, we were always rotating on. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I remember the first time I came on was with Greg Ward, who was a
Greg.
good friend. He just got married a couple
yeah.
weeks ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but we talk about it still. So for all the players that you've had on here, I know it's been special for all of them. So if we remember it, and we're the oldest ones who've been on the
Yeah,
show,
yeah, right.
I'm sure everybody else who's been on has their memories, no matter what they played, what they did. So
Think about this, Colby. You weren't even born when we had the first show. Not even thought of.
That's scary.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, we've said it many times. All those kids that now, they're all older and married, and lots of them, their kids are playing baseball and they're coaching and all that stuff. It's a riot.
Yeah.
It really is. What's your, Colby, we'll get to you. What's your fondest memory
ooh, from
from your high school days?
Jeez, you know what? I mean, it's.
I mean, you got a
it's-
lot
It's
of them.
hard. Well, it's hard to nail down football. Obviously, how can you top the Super Bowl? Basketball, we had a lot of fun playing basketball and baseball. I mean, I know in my junior year we made a great run, and there's so many stories from that team in that year. Because I laugh because Coach Nero helps out on occasion with our baseball team now.
Oh, he's not
so-
full time with
Oh, he comes down when he can. I mean, he's down there all the games and a few practices, but I don't know if I have one of them. I
He
just
still doesn't like to bunt.
yeah. I don't know. I think it sounds corny and textbook, but really the relationships that you make with all your teammates and coaches, and now, like I'm sure he understands it. But when you see it someday, when people tell you, you'll remember these things for the rest of your life, you really do, and the good and the bad. And I think
Sometimes it's easier to remember the bad, I think.
yeah. Well,
is.
it is. I mean,
Yeah.
some of those things you remember more in the moment than the good thing. I think the good for me, the fond memories, you remember the feeling
Yeah.
of how good it was or how fun it was, and the tough moments. You remember the exact moment of what the count in baseball, the situation where we could talk about, the state final or,
Oh, yeah.
or any situation. I remember those actual moments more in detail, but the good moments, more the feeling. I
Now,
guess.
the baseball state, don't worry, Colby, we will get to you.
Yeah, might be tomorrow, Cole.
The state final, you were a junior, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And
That's right.
that was
Sean
Sean Walker.
And Lee pitched every inning of every game, I think, pretty much, didn't you?
Yeah, we went back and
Alternate.
forth. Yeah, we went back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny because we lost to St. John's Prep. You talk about details. We were up 10-3 in the
Yeah.
fifth, 10-5 in the fifth,
2 outs,
10
strike
and then
three,
10-7 in the
ball.
seventh. We played 9 innings then, and yeah, it was obviously a tough call.
That was
but
awful.
but
Umpire
anyways,
gave
when
up on a curveball.
we scrimmaged St. John's Prep now in the
Oh, you do?
preseason, and the catcher from that team
Is a coach.
is an assistant coach.
Oh, is he?
Get out.
And one of the head coach was an assistant coach then, so we reminisce. Obviously, it's a tough,
he
but
think it was-
but we remember them, they remember us.
you
and-
remember his
oh, they were
name,
laughing
right?
about those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were laughing about it for sure. So,
Yeah, really.
they're really good guys and get to know them. And so, like I said, even you think of the relationships of your teammates and your coaches, but even players and coaches that you competed against, because back then we didn't have any social media to go by.
Right.
No.
Right. I mean, now kids, I don't. Colby can probably speak to this. Probably know each other a little more, but those kids, we didn't really, growing up, you don't really can't stand those guys you play against.
Yeah,
And then
right.
you get to know them a little more, and you see them around after high school, and they're like, well, you end up being really good friends because they're kind of the same
They're like
as you
same as
are.
you, yeah, exactly.
So, from Stan Musial and
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
together with guys and whatnot. So, I think that's for me. If I guess that's a long-winded answer, but
No.
those are the memories that I have the
I
best.
get you.
Yeah.
I think nowadays is much different because there's so much what we would have called back in your day AAU. Now they just call it travel.
Yeah.
And everybody plays. Everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
Like all of Central Mass, they all know each other because they've either played with them or against them
yeah.
at some point in time. Is that true, Colby?
Yeah, for
Did
sure.
you play travel all the time?
Yeah, so my travel program actually merged once we got to high school with a program in Tewksbury, the Nor'easters. So, pretty much any team we play, there's a good chance that someone knows someone.
Yeah, right.
Yep. You were either a teammate or
Played against them.
played
Yeah,
against
yeah.
them.
Or in the same program.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe different levels. Yeah, it's much different nowadays. I mean, we didn't have that back then.
No, you read the name in the paper, so you know the name, and you
Yep.
look for them in the lineup, or
Yeah,
you look
right,
for
right.
them on the score, whatever. And
Yep.
Then you get to know them, but yeah, definitely different for sure. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the team. You struggled early, I guess, right? But you've been coming on over the last half of the year.
Yeah, I mean, listen, our record I don't think is indicative of what type of team we are or have. We definitely had some tough moments in the beginning of the year, and the frustrating part is you try to look at things and what are we missing? What's going on? I mean, we'd have the same amount of base runners as other teams. We were just missing that big hit or 2-out hitting or just one of those plays that can swing an entire game.
Or make an error at the wrong time.
Yeah, and
throw the
you
ball
talk about all the
around.
sports. It's we all have played and coached baseball. It's not like football. I call a timeout. All right, we're just gonna run the ball or blitz or whatever, or basketball press or whatever. Baseball, it's can't really try harder. It's really just about really focusing on your fundamentals and just being in the moment. And credit to Colby and the guys on the team, because I think it's easy for things to go really south. And we've had really good practices. We have good energy in games. I mean, last night against St. Paul was an extra innings win down at the lake, and
Under the lights,
yeah,
too.
under the lights, and they were into it every pitch. And St. Paul tied the game up with 2 outs in the seventh, and we put up 3 in the eighth to respond right back. So I think that was, very evident. That end of the game was very evident of how the buy-in is still there, and the guys are still focused on trying to run the table here to get into the playoffs, hopefully. So.
St. Paul's is one of the better teams in the Central Mass.
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough. I think they were 9-5 coming into the
right,
game.
yeah.
So especially in baseball, but this year more than ever, it's wide open.
Yeah.
Parity
I
has
think there's
struck.
a lot
huh?
of parity. Yeah.
Yeah. Why is that? Why do you think? Just one of those years.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes hard to put a finger on, but pitching matchups, and then
yeah.
people, now because of the state playoff power rankings, a lot of local teams play out of, we venture out throughout the state. It's not really just Central Mass opponents anymore. So, and then you get rainouts. You're playing 4 games one week and 1 the next. So it just things happen quick. So you just roll with it, and that's what we've talked about, just staying focused.
Is there still a Midwatch A league?
Yes.
Still,
There's still a Midland A.
Midland A.
You
There's-
still have the are you going to have the athletic directors tournament too?
There's still that tournament, but there's only 4 teams that there used to be 8 up until this year. Now there's only 4 teams that they have. I guess they decided to make that decision across all sports for competition purposes, my understanding. But you think baseball would be wide open, with the 8 teams. So
A could be one. Yeah.
but either way, we're not going to be in the top 4. We'll have 2 scheduled games next week that we just found out that we'll have to round out to make our 20.
Oh.
But they all qualify. I mean, they all count towards the power rankings.
What is the record right now?
5 and 12.
5 and 12, and you need.
We could, if we finish 8 and 12 with
You get
a
in.
good power rank, we could get in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who have you played? You must have played some good teams because, I mean, if you get 8 wins, you get points from the people you
Yeah.
beat. But
Well, our league is tough. I'll put our league up against anybody. I mean, with us, Leominster, who clinched our league, Wachusett, Algonquin, and Westboro. So we all beat each other. I mean, even Wachusett beat Leominster earlier in the week, even though Leominster had already clinched. We play outside of St. Paul last night. We play throughout the state. We play Taunton, Andover, who are excellent programs. We play Ashland. Am I missing anybody there? But yeah, just to name a few. So every game is definitely very competitive. Put it that way.
all right, why don't you talk a little bit about Colby too? Second baseman, pitcher.
Yep.
I need another half hour to talk about this guy right here. How many things you can say about him?
He's the single only captain.
Yes, we have 7 seniors. We're all leaders in their own respect, but Colby's our captain, and I couldn't ask for a better captain to have on the team. And he's been great all year, on the field, off the field. He's been my go-to guy, and he's been a great leader, especially in the tougher moments, keeping the guys together. We talk about sticking together the entire time, and he's been nothing but receptive to the coaching staff and on board with everything we do. He's an extension of us with communication with the team, and it shows up on the field too. I mean, he got the game-winning hit against Wachusett. Walk-off.
You guys beat Wachusett?
Yep. Earlier in the year, we had a walk-off. He had a base hit for that. He pitched us into when we needed him for a spot start against Andover. Pitched a 8 innings complete game for us, going there and gave us a great shot to win. We left a lot of guys on base that game, and he's starting again Saturday against Neshoba. So we're going to ride him as much as we can if it's when he's hitting or in the field at second base, or obviously pitching on Saturday. So he's got a great reputation in throughout Central Mass and the school, and we're going to miss him. So hopefully the season goes as long as it can. So.
Colby, did you just start pitching this year, or have you been pitching for the team right along?
So I threw a few innings last year. I think that was it. The scenario never really came, or like we needed me last year. Kind of came up more this year, but I threw in the summer for my summer teams.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Good.
Who do you play for in the summer?
Last year I played Legion, and
Okay.
then before that I played Mizuno.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to do Legion again this year or no?
No, this summer I'm playing Senior Ruth.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Well, you know about school? Oh, you're going to talk about that after.
No, that's fine. You can ask.
Yeah, about school yet? Where are you going to go?
Yeah, next year I'm going to University of Tampa.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. You're going to play ball too?
Probably club.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't decided on that yet.
It's everything. I get it. It's different. People around here I don't think. This is my opinion. Okay, I'm going to throw it out there. It's the last show. I don't know what difference does it make? But people around here have no clue what it's like until you go down and play in Florida and Georgia and Texas. And I mean, those kids play. I was down in Florida 2 years ago, the beginning of February. Little League had just started.
Yeah.
Okay, and we don't start Little League here till the end of April. For
And then
crying
we're
out loud.
done first week in
first
June.
week in June. Yeah, it's just, it's different. It is different.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's just hard. It is.
well, wherever he puts his focus, he's going to do great. So
What do you want to be?
Yeah.
So I'm studying sports management. So I haven't decided like a focus yet, but something related sports business side.
Okay, good for you. Good for you. It's good that you have those goals already. It's
Play any other sports, Colby?
hockey.
Hockey.
Oh, hockey. Yeah, we mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah. And the hockey team was good this
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
too.
A good team.
Yeah, it was a fun season.
Yeah.
So tell us about the rest of the. By the way, a nice sweatshirt. You see what I'm wearing here? Because
Yeah, but
because we
you wear
never
Mountain View
get
now, too, though.
anything.
You wear Mountain View
guess
now.
what colors? Guess what color Mount View is?
Blue and gold.
Blue and gold. I don't have to wear green.
Oh, that's good.
It's fun. He's referring to my my side gig of coaching girls softball. Listen to me. You guys were much easier than the girls. How's that? That's all I'm going to say.
I think Billy's playing Ernie tonight. I haven't heard him say.
He hasn't said anything. I think he's tired.
I'm going to break the record today.
So how about the rest of the program?
As in the other teams?
JV,
Yeah.
JV,
So I think the great thing about our program is that we have two JV teams. We have a JV1, which is your traditional JV team, and JV2, which is commonly known as a freshman team, but some sophomores can play on that, because other schools may have,
Do you
with
have
numbers.
Any, do you have any freshmen playing JV1?
Yes,
Okay.
we have a couple freshmen playing JV1, and then we have a middle school team too, which, talking about, all the time when we were playing when we were younger, we never had that opportunity. Even with now, we have, thanks to Jay and Jay Costa and the administration, to be able to put together a middle school program, have that be football, basketball, baseball, cross country. I think it's awesome. So
Yeah, right.
I know they're doing very well, and.
Who's coaching that? Matt Anderson?
Matt Amder, and I know he has Dan Waite and a few other assistants. So they have a good thing.
Phil Smirnios, I think, was.
Yeah, I think Phil.
I ran
Actually,
into his dad, and he said he was helping
yep.
Matt.
I know Phil's helping out because he ran down to one of our games or practices to grab some equipment. So yeah, Phil's helping
Yeah,
out too. So,
yeah, nice.
yeah, they're lucky to have him too.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? Also, I'm sorry. I digress here a little bit. Remember when you played,
remember.
and our kids played, and we had a helmet bag. Do you remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Like we had all these helmets thrown in a bag. Now every kid has their own helmet.
Oh, it's much more sanitary that way. You think of it.
No, I
One
know.
kid has lice, the whole team has
Yeah,
lice.
but we never had
did.
those problems.
I liked the thing when we were in
I can remember sometimes
Little
the hats, the helmets, they'd be running and they'd be like this. because they were
I
too
like the
big.
Little League ones where they just had the ear things that had straps.
Oh yeah.
They look like wrestlers. Welcome, Nick. Nick just came on. That looks a little tilted to me, doesn't it? Look at the tripod.
Yeah.
So sit like this.
Starts going down. When it's like,
There's a level on the camera, so you
Yeah.
can tilt the camera so that it
Oh,
levels off.
okay.
All right, I got it covered.
All right, so I'm sorry. I digress there. The rest of the teams, go ahead.
No,
they're doing good?
Yeah, they're doing well. They're doing very well. I get Ryan Stowens, who's a teacher here in the school, also coaches football. Is coaching the JV1 team. Neil Belanger, you guys probably remember Neil, who's played here, and he still umps Little League games. He's doing the JV2. We have Andrew Pitney helping out. So our JV program is doing very well, and they practice together sometimes. Obviously, not all the time. They have games on different days, so they're mixing and matching kids if they need to, and their schedule because of sometimes with field availability or even umps. So,
Does Neil teach here?
no, Neil doesn't teach. He
Oh, okay.
yeah.
No, the only reason I ask is I was at a Little League, a girls' farm league game, and this guy was umpiring, and there was a throw down the second, and the guy got out from behind, he was alone, out from behind the plate, ran out past the mound to make the call. Now, I went over to him immediately after that inning, and I went, I want you to come do my game.
that's why I got thrown out of Lee's game. 'Cause the guy didn't move. He didn't move an inch.
What happened at that game, by the way?
What?
Let's digress, really digress. Go back to that game that you got thrown out with his father.
No, his father didn't get thrown.
No,
He got-
who was it?
my
dad-
father got thrown out with Nero
In
at
Wachusett,
Wachusett.
yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I got
thought you
thrown
were
out here. I got thrown out here when I yelled at the ump for not moving because he couldn't tell if it was over the line down
Ready?
the line or not.
Oh, yeah.
But I went with you because
Yeah,
you're my buddy.
You dragged
I
me
didn't
down
want him
there.
to walk
You
out.
went down in the first place.
And what
You talked
happened
me
on the
into going-
way out? Didn't you get a phone call on the way
Yeah,
out?
yeah. I'm on the way out, and I feel badly about the whole situation.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I did. And it's Jay Costa, athletic director, and he says we were in contention for the sportsmanship award until that
I don't
that
think
display
so.
of
And you
unsportsmanship.
know what? You were right though.
Well, I called you that night. I apologized to you.
No,
And
you
I
don't have to
said-
apologize.
Yeah,
You were
but I
right.
felt bad. I said, no, there's no reason.
Lee, have you had trouble getting umpires? Have umpires been at all your games?
All of our games, yeah, we're okay there. Yeah,
We've heard that there's real shortage.
There is a shortage.
there is a shortage. You see it more at the JV levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Where
should
they've
see
had
it
to
in the middle
reschedule
school.
game. Yeah.
You got guys that are 10 years older than me umpiring. I'm telling
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine that? Shortage of umpires.
you. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
That's like talking about
Hey,
ump. Jay used to be
speaking
a
of
very
umps,
good
though,
umpire.
speaking of umps, I
Well,
got
and
the
he
best.
coaches too in some
Jay,
regards.
yeah.
I go to my grandson's first town game 2 weeks ago, and I look who's umping behind the plate. Jed Ellis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. Really?
No one's gonna complain to him.
No,
I know.
I pulled out every line I had. Punch a hole in the mask. Open your good eye. You're missing a good game,
You
Blue.
were saying that?
His father came and I told Mark, I gave him every line I had. I said, he said, good. That'll keep
I'm
him."
telling you. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
you
he did.
should.
That's good, Bobby.
You should see me at middle school games. Oh God! There was a ball out to the other guy. I can't believe I haven't gotten thrown out either. So. It's tough. There is a definite shortage of umpires, and they make good money too.
Oh, yeah.
But I also understand they got to listen to.
And you,
Yeah, no, that's gonna be.
I was
part of it.
good.
Grandfather.
I was just giving him, kidding.
Yeah, I know.
the guys that have no filters, that's what it is. Filters are gone. Right?
Our filters?
Yeah.
We're too old to have
No,
filters.
we don't care.
Our filters have crumbled.
Yeah, they
Disappeared.
broke. They broke.
We can't.
So,
So Colby, let's get back. What do you think your chances are? You got 3 games. You need to win all 3 of them, right? 3?
Yeah.
You said. What do you think? Have you played Neshoba before?
Like this year?
Yeah.
No, we haven't. But I think they've played a lot of similar teams. I mean, we say this all the time. We wouldn't be surprised. Like, we can beat anyone.
Right.
And I think the way we're playing right now, we're pretty confident.
Good.
In these next 3 games, just take it one at a time.
yeah.
That's all.
What's,
How?
how's the shoulder? That's the question. Are they?
Oh, yeah, they're tough. They have
And you
really
got
good
Westboro
program.
too. You said. They're-
No, we played Westboro early in the
Oh,
week. We have
who are the
Neshoba, Marlboro, and Hudson.
Oh, okay.
So, all
Three
good
tough
programs.
teams. Yeah,
Three tough teams.
Hudson's going to be tough too.
Yep. And the nice thing about Neshoba, Saturday morning, so we get a home game there. And then we're playing under the lights at Marlboro. I don't know if you guys have been there. They redid everything. It's turf, beautiful field.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
lights,
At the high
everything.
school?
At the high school.
Where
Yeah.
the old field was?
We're right on top of the old field.
Oh.
You would be, when
Yeah.
you picture, it's
Yeah.
just, it's really nice. They did a beautiful job there. In Hudson, we have a night game there next week, and they do a tremendous job at their field. It's a good environment. Is
Yeah.
I guess what I'm getting to. So
Jimmy Boyd hit one.
we had,
went
we
to
had
the-
fun last night, and looking to have more fun.
And the guy caught it almost.
No, it was.
No,
over.
no, I know that.
But it
Oh,
was
went
over
over the fence.
420.
Can you believe it? We've got 4 minutes left to Coach's Corner. 4 minutes.
4 minutes left.
And that's
25
it.
years.
After 25 years of Coach's Corner, 4 minutes.
So figure it out. How
You're
many
gonna
minutes
miss
do We
us.
actually do.
I'm gonna listen. You guys have done so much for our town and for our program, and I mean, I think you went to even. Do you have speech and debate on here too?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
So
Bobby and Johnny. did it.
that must have been the funnest.
Oh, we had so much fun. We had so much fun. And then we came here, and you're right. We did the speech and debate.
We filmed
They-
the.
yeah, you still
They
yeah,
had
no,
the thing.
they're real
He
talented.
and I,
We were
we
crying.
went into a class, and one of the Shrewsbury kids did. I don't know what they called it, but they had to do a
Like a presentation.
a
Yeah.
presentation, but make it believe that something really happened.
Good.
Well, this
Word.
girl does this presentation about her sister dying, and it was all made up. But he and I are in tears.
I mean,
it's
it's
like she's
streaming down
you know,
my face. She
yeah.
was that good.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
no, they are. So I guess you guys hit every program.
I think
Team.
pretty much.
And
Pretty much. We never have. I don't think we ever had volleyball.
We did. Just,
Oh, we did?
Yeah, the guy and his daughter.
I
Oh,
think-
yeah, that's right.
I think
forgot
one
about
of the
that.
funniest moments, though, is when we had the field hockey team on.
No, it was lacrosse.
It was
wasn't
lacrosse.
Lacrosse. We had the lacrosse team.
Stupid
And Billy
helmet.
Billy put the helmet on to try the helmet on. He
Couldn't get it off.
couldn't get it on. It was on his head. He couldn't get it off.
I look good.
When you think back to on 25, I know we haven't got much time, but all the great athletes that we've had on this show.
Oh, yeah.
You know, starting with this gentleman sitting right next to me.
We've had a tremendous amount of great athletes. You know, think of them all.
We had all Americans on our team.
We
Yeah.
did. Aloisi, he had a great career. Magda Temeka.
Magda
You
Temeka,
know, just
best female athlete I've ever seen.
we've had a lot of. We've been fortunate. We have, and it's been a great ride.
Yeah.
Well, you know the impact you guys have had when everybody still references you guys and has all the tapes.
We've been hearing it for 6 months, and
Yeah.
we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Shrewsbury, we really do.
Yeah, we do. We had a lot of fun.
Everybody.
It was a good run. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
not everybody.
Yeah, not everyone. Yeah.
Almost
Thank
everybody.
God these guys are gone.
You
Like
know what, though?
Fine
You're
Tecchio.
going to still hear us at the
Absolutely.
football games. I'll guarantee you
I
that.
told Jan that. I said, you're going to hear the cowbells and you're going to hear us yelling.
Now it can really be no filter.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Well, we got 1 minute left, and as producer, I want to thank Billy Orfley, Bobby Bigda, and Johnny for all they've done, all the years of listening to me and driving them crazy, and them driving me crazy in return. So it's been a great ride. And Lee, thank you for all the times you've been on and put up with us. I know we've kind of pissed you off a couple of times too.
Oh no, it's all in good.
Yeah,
all
right.
in
No,
good
it
luck.
has. It.
No,
meant to hurt
you guys have been great.
And thank
you
you
guys
for
have been
being
great.
on to it.
Yes, thanks, Colby. Thanks
It's
for
an
coming.
honor being on you guys' last show.
Yeah,
Seriously.
there you go.
Oh, thank you.
25 years, that's a long time.
That is a lot.
All right, Johnny.
Impressive.
You haven't even gotten that far yet.
Thank you to Mark Serra, Laurie Bergman, Liz Poplowski. Thank you, the whole staff over there at SMC. They've always been right behind us.
You know what? Turn out the lights.
The party's over.
Party.
Good night, Shrewsbury.
Yeah, good night,
Good night, Mr. What was that show?
Say that
Yeah,
all
Mr.
good things must end. Let's call it a night. The party's over, and tomorrow start the same old thing again. What a crazy, crazy party. Never seen so many people laughing, dancing. Look at you, you're having fun. But look at me, I'm almost crying. But that don't keep her love from dying. Misery calls for me, the party's over. Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Let's call it a night. The party's over, and tomorrow start the same old thing again. Once I had a love undying, I didn't keep it, wasn't trying. Life for me was just one party and then another. I had to have my party wine, broke her heart so many times. And then one night she said, sweetheart, the party's over. Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Let's call it a night. The party's over,